Well, good morning, Bible Center. How are we doing today? You good? It's good to be with you. I'm going to say midsummer, if that's okay, because as a teacher, as August approaches, you start to get a little antsy. But we're going to pretend like it's still midsummer. We've got a lot of summer left. Some of y'all probably still have vacations coming up that you're looking forward to and all that kind of stuff. When you hear this phrase, what do you feel like? Let's go on a boat ride. Is that generally a good thing? Let's go out on the lake. Let's go out on the river. Let's go for a boat ride, right? The boat ride we're going to talk about today is not one that probably we want to be a part of unless we are, in that era and this is our only chance to survive. I want to talk to you today about the flood. We're in a series, as Troy was saying, on Genesis and the beginnings and that sort of thing. And I want to share some fun facts about Noah. But before we do that, some of you are going to be surprised. We've uncovered evidence that looks like Noah might have been the first vlogger in history. Have a look at this right here.
So, got this wild DIY project from the big guy upstairs. He said 2 of every kind. So guess who's learning animal husbandry real fast?
Okay, day 27 of rain. The Wi-Fi is spotty. The lions are not happy with the vegetarian meal plan. And someone keeps asking, are we there yet?
Okay, big day. Sending out our best scout, Drone the Dove, to find some land. No pressure, little buddy, but the future of the world is kind of riding on you. He's back and he's got proof. An olive branch. You guys know what this means. Hope is at 1,000,000. Let's go.
Okay, Art Confession Cam Mad. It's basically 90% poop scooping, 10% couples counseling for extremely angry badgers. The smell in here has officially achieved sentience. I am NOTOK. Send help.
Landed. And unboxing the entire animal kingdom. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see the first rainbow.
See, there you go. You didn't know that he vlogged much of that journey. How interesting that would be if that were actually true, right? Well, some fun facts about Noah that maybe you've heard, maybe you didn't know. I think some people kind of remember the stories from their childhood, but Noah was in his 500s. Not 50s, 500s building the ark. It took roughly 75 years for him to build. They don't actually board the ark and for the flood until he's in his 600s. Okay, people were living a lot longer back then, okay? It wasn't a boat as much it was a barge. I think a lot of times we have the imagery of the kid play set that's this cute little boat and you got a giraffe and a tiger and all that kind of stuff. This was like a huge barge, okay? And the dimensions are given there. It's pretty interesting. And so check this out. A lot of people wonder about questions about this, right? How did we get all the animals on there? Well, first of all, remember, it's not every type of animal that we have today. If you read it, and we're going to, it says 2 of every kind. 2 of every kind. So you have animal kinds would be like the canines, the dog kind, felines, the cat kind. You've got the horse kind. You've got these different types of animal groups that could be in there. And then from the animals coming off the ark, there was built in them variation to have different things that we see today. The other thing I want to say to you is, and we'll talk about this again in a minute, when you think about the flood, try not to think about the earth as we know it today, covered in water, because a lot of the landforms and features were more than likely radically changed during this flood event. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the ark could hold as much as 250 railroad boxcars. Now, I think I've been stuck on Jefferson behind some trains that had that many cars. I don't know what the limit is here, but I've waited a long time with a lot of cars on a train. By the way, are we thankful that Jefferson project is almost done over there? Can we give a clap? It's like a whole new world that we're living in here, just to fly over and go. Some of y'all though are still having trouble with that little roundabout. I see you under there. Just get trapped and circling. What do I do? You'll get used to it. It's okay. It's going to be all right. But a rough estimate would be about 30,000 sheep-sized animals could fit on the ark. Most people don't know that, right? So that's sheep size, like an average size. A lot of things are a lot smaller. Not everything is huge, okay? Were there dinosaurs on the ark? Don't know, think so, right? Probably, various sizes, but smaller ones, things like that. It rained for 40 days, but they were on the ark for over a year. A lot of people don't realize that. They were on the ark for over a year, 370 days. Think about that. Wow. That would be pretty trying situation. Let's talk about the question a lot of people have. And when you look into this, you see, like, was this a global flood? In modern times, people say, well, now, how could that be? Surely it was like some kind of regional flood, and it was just kind of written as if it's global. Well, here's the thing. And that's what God's word says, that it was global, that it was the whole earth. If that is the case, we would expect to see certain signs, wouldn't we? That's indeed happened here on the earth. And so I want to roll through real quick. If you know me, you know I love the kind of like the Christian apologetic side to things like this. And of course, teaching students, I want them to be armed with ways to respond and actual evidence and stuff like that. And I'm going to go quick through this and just give you some things. If you want to do further research, you can look into this, okay? But it's very interesting because, like I said, if this global flood occurred, there should be signs of that. There's signs of that. There's signs of that.